for us is Tom O'Brien providing an unbiased source of information for us investors. You don't have an agenda. It's just to cut through everything and to give us the facts. I want to thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one coming into March. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Communicate with clarity. Communicate with others as clearly as you can be to avoid misunderstanding, sadness, and drama. If all humans communicated with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships would change. There'd be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow down 88, NASDAQ off 14, S&P's off 9.5, gold contract up $12.40, trading at $1,428 an ounce. Silver up $1.18 at $35.51. Platinum up $13.50, trading out at $1,842 an ounce. Copper flat at $4.48 a pound. Light sweet crude up $2.77, trading out at $105.84 a barrel. Bonds up 28.6, trading out at 119.08. Dollar index down 7.6, trading out at 76.42. Held this low. Euro 139.85. Yen down 14 ticks at 82.30. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Deviant, oh, baby. Let's take a look here. So, when we go back to the 18th of February, folks, this is what we have. On the 18th of February, we hit 1344 in the S&P. Up at those levels, we had volume out there of 1.1 billion. You come off those on the 22nd. We come down with 1.322 billion. Bounces topside again on the 28th. Gets up there, higher high on on March 1st, and can't handle it. That was 1.1 billion. Yesterday, we go back up with 1 billion. Today, we go sideways. We're down 9, but the bottom line is that you're down, but you're really sideways. What it's trying to do is get back into the initial downdraft from the 22nd. It failed out here today. That's in your S&Ps. As you can see, the volatility is back in the marketplace. The Dow Industrials. Dow out here today went from a price point of 12,271, got as low as 12,079, and then came back 90 points. We were down as low as 12,079, closed out at 12,169. The composite, NASDAQ composite. What you have with the composite, she pulled back 14 points. She got volume out here of 1.8 versus 2 billion. NASDAQ composite, same type of setup. And your benchmark out here, folks, is the 18th. That's the bottom line. And the 18th, that is proven at this particular point. The 22nd, rather. The 18th was the high. The 22nd, the downdraft of the 22nd is the number. The 22nd, what the NASDAQ had done is come down on 2.2 billion. You know, bottom line at this particular point hasn't been able to handle it. Now, inside, of course, the composite as well as the NDX 100, we know what the number is there. The number is all about good old Apple. You know, if we go over and we take a look at the 4Qs, what you'll see at the 4Qs out here is that 61 million shares, really a sideways move, down 29 bucks, but 29 cents rather, but really a sideways move, 61 million. And what was that all about? That was all about Apple. Apple wasn't breaking. Apple closed flat. And Apple right now is 21%. There she is. She hit the 21%. See, what's happening here is that there's more equities that are actually pulling back in the NASDAQ. So now Apple, it's the first time I've seen it actually hit 21%. It's 21.04% of the NDX 100. Bottom line, where Apple goes, the NDX 100 is going to go. Now, let's go over and take a look at the gold market. Gold out here today 131,000 contracts. We are at 1429. Now, what you had is that on Wednesday, you got to 1441. It gave it up yesterday. Pulled back on the other side. And you can see the volatility's all over the place here. We came back yesterday with 200,000 contracts. Today, up with 131. That's not enough. Now, that's on the daily basis. On the weekly basis, what you have out here is that the weekly basis, you got over the week of the 1428, which was the November 9th week, over the 1434, which is the actual high, and it closed underneath it. We'll see where that shakes and bakes. Silver. Silver hit a all-time high out here, is at an all-time high out here, excluding the good old Hunt Brothers cornering of the market. Silver closed at 35.50. The divergence still, which is amazing, is that if you take a look at a few of these silver stocks, and it's the large cap silvers versus the small and mid caps. The small cap silvers have gone to the moon. Heckler it still can't get enough juice inside it. If we take a look at PAAS, same type of setup in that equity. Now, we had job numbers this morning, folks. Job numbers came in a couple 100,000. That wasn't good enough. Same setup, however. What was happening is that when you look at Europe, the FTSE was already selling off. The DAX sold off, and they had extensive sell-offs. The FTSE this morning was as high as 6052 and just sold off all morning. The DAX in Germany, it was actually a larger one. DAX in Germany went from 73.11 to 71.78. That is a big number, folks, okay? Those are going to be banging into the swing points down there from the 24th, and I expect we're going to see that on the open Monday. Now, what you're also going to have is this. Now, this is where this is going to get absolutely wild, is that the openings on Monday, of course, for so long have been positive openings. Let's go take a look at the dollar index. What we have with the dollar index out here is that the dollar held the low. The low that we're speaking of, folks, is the November 4th low. That low is 76.17. That's on the daily basis. We put this on the weekly basis. Same type of setup. So is it right at it? Yeah, it absolutely is right at it. But it has held that lower figure out here. We take a look at some of the inside the Dow, what was pushing the Dow lower out here today. This is what you had. You had Big Blue, IBM, Caterpillar, United Technologies, and ExxonMobil. So in that aspect, let's go look at oil. Why we're going to look at oil? Because that divergence is also inside, not as bad as the metals market, but inside the oil market. The spike high that was out there from the 24th, that was a spike high in the middle of the night. That little baby went up there, closed over it, at meaning the 104.95. You're over the 104.95, baby. Oil can go higher. That's the bottom line. Now watch this. We go inside the large integrated oils, however. ExxonMobil, that little baby had a high volume high. That number was 88.23. That was the high. The low was 85.47. And bottom line, it hit the 86 today, went sideways. We'll see where that shakes and bakes the next few days. But that, if we go to the XLE and we take a look at the XLE, she's still hanging up there at her highs. We go into the XLF. Now, whole different animal looking at the XLF. These banks, folks, are in trouble, so check it out. The XLF, the low's 13, the high's 17. What does she do? She's coming into the lower swing point. Now, the XLF had made a high February 18th. It did that with 32 million shares traded. First leg down, had 115 million. Then it made a low with 80 million. That low was $16.34. Well, you know what, folks? We got into 1640 today with 92 million. This is hammering the bottom. It wants to go lower. And the culprit inside here, one of the culprits inside here, okay, inside the XLF today was good old Goldman Sachs. So we'll see where Goldman Sachs is going to shake and bake. This morning, the news was just about everywhere that Lloyd Blankfein will testify for the prosecution in the hedge fund case, and of course, what you do have is that there's another board member that is basically being accused of passing the information. What you do have with Goldman Sachs now is this: they were unloading it. Goldman Sachs had a high volume low at $160.12. That was on the January 25th. Goldman went from, let's start from the beginning of Goldman so you can see how this shakes and bakes. Goldman made a high, first off, January 18th. That high was 175, 4.9 million shares. It comes off the high with 13 million. You think someone knew something? Forget it. Of course they did. 13 million. Makes a low with 11.2 million at $160. Does a counter trend bounce with 4.6 million? So the correlation, 11 million down, counter trend bounce, give it to the rest of the public, up at 169.60. What does it do again? Comes back downtown today with 7.6 million. It's hammering into that low. That's on the daily basis. Now, which is always nice, at the weekly basis, what are we doing? Well, on the weekly basis, the first time down, I had 33 million. Did the counter trend bounce with 20 million? Come down with 28 million. This wants to not only break that swing point, I suspect there's going to be some news that's going to be coming across the tape, about, I mean, it seems like Goldman just has so many things going for it, meaning, Justice Department-wise and everything else. It's just one after the other. But anyway, bottom line, Goldman wants to basically go after that swing point. We'll see how it handles the swing point. My take is it's going to break it, and break it convincingly. We go up and we take a look at Citigroup out here. What you have with Citigroup? Citigroup did break its swing point out here today. That swing point had 815,000. We did, 815 million. We did 710 million out there today. You're under the swing point. That wants to go lower. J.P. Morgan Chase. We take a look at J.P. Morgan Chase. What she did out here, she came down with 27 million. She's going into 40 million. She's handling it pretty well, actually. J.P. Morgan Chase is absolutely handling that pretty well. Walmart. We go take a look at Walmart out here. What you had with Walmart. Now, Walmart last night come out, upped its dividend. It's not going to help the equity, though. Bottom line is that Walmart is hammering into lows, and it's hammering into that swing low with volume behind it. That's how it's hammering into that swing low. Walmart looks like the last low out here was that $49.77 to $47. That's where that baby wants to go after. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had the Dow down 88. NASDAQ off 14. S&P's off 9.5. Gold up $13. Silver up $1.20. We'll be right back, folks.